Hi everyone. So I'm going to help you out with how to use the CVE platform. This is how your dashboard would be looking if you log in with your ACCA ID and password. I'm sure all of you have it by now. Click on My Qualification. It's just here on the left-hand side. Then on the right-hand side, you will see Book an Exam, Find Tuitions, ACCA Study Hub, and CBE Practice Platform. So you need to click on CBE Practice Platform. Click on Login My ACCA. You have to click on Browse Available Exams. And you will see all the exams that are available for you. You can pick up whichever exam that you're wishing to take. I will start with the first one here, which is Performance Management. So you can see an arrow right here, down arrow on your right-hand side here. You're going to click on it. You have to assign yourself a paper. So for example, if I'm assigning myself PM Specimen, I will click on Assign. You can see a green mark here saying Assigned. Go back and click on View Assignments on the left-hand side. You will see Performance Management popping up with one assignment. Click again on the down arrow on the right-hand side. And you start your paper. Yes, start exam. Now the interface that you are going to see is going to be a replica of what you'll be seeing in your examination. So your exam also has the same kind of setup. Always use your scroller to go up and down because there are few of these pages which are longer, okay? And always have a habit of scrolling up and down. If you don't, there is a prompt that comes. I will show you that prompt in a minute. For example, this page, okay? This next page. I have not scrolled up and down. And in the exam pressure, I keep on clicking next. It will not allow me to go to the next page. And sometimes when you are sitting in the exam, you don't realize that all you got to do is scroll your paper up and down, right and left. Okay. So here you press on OK, click up, click down, right, left, go to next. Again, click up, click down, right, left, go to next. Of course, if you're going to give this exam for the first time, you might need to read all the instructions that are given here. Okay. Now, exam summary is given here and the time allowed. This paper is on the CBE platform, hence it is not timed. But your ideal paper would be timed. And you would see a small timer that would be there on the screen that keeps a note of the time utilized. Go to the next page. Are you ready to begin your exam? Make sure you write yes when you are ready for it. Okay. Next, you guys get your first question, you answer it, you go to the next question. Now, a common question that I have for skill level students is, are we allowed to take our calculator in the examination hall? Because if we all know, CVE exams from the remote platform have completely stopped. So it completely depends upon the discretion of the examination hall and the invigilator. Okay. If they are allowing, you can take your calculator, scientific, normal, whatever is applicable. But if they're not allowing, you have to work around with the calculator option that you have here. Another alternative to this is you can use your section C questions. Section C question, if you open the section C question, say question number 31, it has got a Google Sheet on it. And Google Sheet will take your usual formula. So for example, if I want to add up two numbers, 230 plus 450, it will give me an answer. Okay. So when it comes to calculatives, you have a calculator option right here, which is of two versions, scientific. The scientific is going on right now. Standard is the one that you can see here, right? And if you don't want to use it, you have section C questions in your skill level papers, which are there for calculations. When it comes to your professional level papers, all the questions mostly have a Google sheet on it. Sorry, Excel sheet or spreadsheet on it. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to go to my first question. If you notice, what does it say? You have not viewed the entire screen. You got to scroll up, down, right, left. So I'm going to do that on both the sides. Okay. When you have a bigger question, you have two sides of it, the question side and the answer side. Make sure you are scrolling both the sides to navigate to the next page or your choice of question, right? So this is one thing that you need to know about the interface. The next thing that you need to know is how to use the navigator. I've already showed you the navigator. I'm going to run through it again. Now, this is a very important feature of your CBE platform because there are certain questions which are going to be tricky, or you don't know how to answer them, or you probably want to come back to them later on, right? In that situation, you can always flag the questions, and the flagged questions can be seen on Flag for Review. I'll be showing you how they look in few minutes. Second thing that a student would like to do is move around different sections or different questions. For example, I'm very comfortable with section C questions first. I would like to go there directly and solve them first, right? All you can go to do is you have to navigate, go to the section C question and finish it up, right? One more important feature of navigation is it shows all the questions that you have completed, not completed, seen, not seen, right? So this is the use of a navigator. You usually find it on the right bottom of your paper. Next thing, if you don't understand a question, if you're not sure about a question, what you do is you flag it for review. That means on the right top corner, you will see a flag for review button. You click on it. I'll show you again. You unclick and it goes normal. You click and it goes red, right? When you go through the navigator, you will see all the flagged questions that you have flagged, which probably is a sign of you want to go back to it, you're unsure, or you have not answered it, right? When you finish all your questions, not view the entire screen, up, down, right, left. I'm saying this to you time and again because I know in exam, when you see a prompt on your screen, there are chances of you getting scared of it or unusual for it, right? So it might take a few seconds of your time, which is actually not required, right? So eventually we go to the last question. Here and here, I have moved it on. And then I'm going to go to the next button. So it ends up there. Few of our subjects has got formulas, and ACCA does provide few formulas. So if they see on the left corner bottom, there is a formula sheet, right? This is a formula sheet. You got to click on the formula sheet and you will see all the formulas that are relevant for your numerical questions. Okay, you can use them if you have already learned them. Well and good for you. If you have not, you can definitely use this basic formulas from them. There are other applications or other features of the CBE platform also, which is like a scratch pad, symbol, highlights, strike through. But in reality, we normally don't have so much time in our exam to use these functions. And I would recommend that you do at least 2 to 3 mock papers on the CBE platform itself to get yourself acquainted with the system, to get yourself acquainted with the features of the CBE platform. Okay. Once you're very clear with everything, once you're very clear with whatever answers you have written, and in exam situation, when your time is up, what happens is the exam ends, right? So I'm going to end the exam here. It is asking me a very important question. Review flagged, review incomplete, and review all questions. On the left bottom, you'll see review all, review incomplete, and review flagged. You can see a quick run through of all the questions that you have. As you know, I have just flagged one question. So one question is flagged. All of them are incomplete and unseen, right? Which is helping you out to know how to go through the CBE platform. So obviously I've not run through the test myself. Finally, once you're done, because you're giving a mock, once you're done with the mock, you end your paper. But I would strongly recommend that you do the mock in the time frame that is given to you. So for example, your exam is for 3 hours for a skill level paper. You take 3 hours to finish this paper. If you're in a P level and you're doing 3 hours and 15 minutes paper, you make sure that you are exactly taking that time to finish the paper. Okay. Only then you'll be able to understand how well versed you are and how prepared you are for the examination. Once you're finished with everything, the last thing you do is you end your exam. And in your exam, also the same status will come. It will ask you, are you sure you want to end the exam? And you would say, yes. It will ask you again, are you sure you want to end the exam? And you would say yes again. And that is how the paper is finished, right? Now, since you're doing it on the CBE platform, you do have a choice of checking back your answers. So you go back to the previous page and you click on Mark Exam. Confirm you want to mark this exam. When you're sure you want to see what marks you scored or how you've done in your paper, you click on yes, and you'll get a synopsis of what you have scored. Right? Of course, I have not scored anything, 0 on 100, because I have not written any answers. And in that situation, it shows you the correct answer with a logic of why that answer is correct. Right? So they are giving you a rationale for it, and they'll give you the answer for the same. Right? So this is how you will be doing your CBE papers for all the MCQ questions, or for skill level around 40 to 60 marks of paper is being checked by the system by itself. When it comes to your constructive response questions, is the ones that you have to check by yourself and mark yourself. Okay. Once you're done with the marking, you click on complete marking. If yes, you will not be able to return to this paper. That's completely fine. And you complete the marking. Right? Sometimes if somebody else is reviewing your answers, they will give you a feedback on it. So you can click on show feedback and you can see the review of the person who has given the review on it or checked your paper. Right? So this is how you use the CBE platform. I again strongly recommend to be very well versed with the screen system, very well versed with at least 3 mock papers in a time frame of your given paper or level for ACCA. Good luck for your papers and have a lovely evening. Thank you.